Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about this little machine here. It's an in-depth review of the BENE4 MONO from Nova 3D. I have a lot of things to talk about this amazing machine, okay, so I took some notes here. Hope you can stick with me to know more about this machine and see if it can get more love from the users, because I think it deserves, okay. Let's get started. I will talk about good things and things that I don't like that much. And during my video, I will expose some pictures here of the models, more details, pictures of the models for you guys to check it. And another important thing for you guys to know that it's the company advertised this machine as a prototype type of machine, or for a more professional level. I'm not going to analyze that side of the machine. I'm analyzing only the hobbyist side, print models and things like that. Without further ado, let's start, okay. I've been using this machine now for around two and a half weeks, and one of the first things that caught my attention when I first get my hands on this machine was the build quality. I posted a video of the unboxing, so if you guys want to check, I will post here for you guys to check what comes inside and things like that inside the box. But yeah, the build quality of this machine is something really above the standard of the machines for this price range, okay, around $300. It's a very well made and well constructed machine. The materials here do not look cheap. It is metal on the base. It's aluminum, I think, painted aluminum. It has a very good cover here, which is not the common lift cover. And definitely this is something that really, another thing that really caught my attention, and I think it's a brilliant design that other brands could also take as standard, which is, instead of a lift cover, we have a hinged cover. Okay, that's brilliant. Anyone working with resin printers know how complicated it is to have these lift covers, that it's all because of the hands always dirt with resin. It's easy for you to just stain your cover with resin, and with that you have only one point of contact. If you want, just use that, and that's it. You have access to the interior of the machine. Yeah, it's super well made machine. It's a 2K mono screen with build volume of 2K mono screen, okay, with a build volume of 130 per 8 per 150 millimeters. It's a pretty decent size, I think, for this type of machine, for this price range. It comes with quad-core Cortex A7 processor inside, so it's a mini computer, I think, with 8 gigabytes of storage. It comes with Wi-Fi capabilities, and also with Ethernet connection here on the back. But definitely you probably, in the USB, we have here the Ethernet, the USB and the power connector, but definitely I don't think you are going to use the USB, definitely with options of Ethernet and Wi-Fi to use. I'm using Wi-Fi since I started, never used USB, and it's just amazing. I do not want to go back to use USB again after use Wi-Fi, guys. It's just amazing, and unfortunately my other printers do not have that capability, but if I could have, I would have all my printers with Wi-Fi. It's a pretty solid machine with something around 10 to 11 kilos. It's a heavy machine, It has like 4 rubber feet here, good quality. The power button on the front. You have 4.3 inches screen here to control everything that you need. That's again above the standards of the market with other machines of this price range. Normally the screens are smaller. We have here a single linear rail, but you do not need more than like a duo or anything like that. It's pretty solid. It's everything metal and sturdy. It's even this cap here that normally is plastic, it's metal here, okay? If you can hear the sound. Yeah, it's super heavy. And the build plate it's something that I really like about this machine. It's aluminum ionized. It's entire painted, covered aluminum, and I almost have no scratches on this build plate. I've been using non-stop since I got it, and I have like maybe 1 or 2 scratches, and yeah, and you really need want a scratch to be able to do a scratch on this thing. It's a really good build plate, and with good adhesion. I had no problem whatsoever with printing anything, and it sticks to the build plate. Okay, it's really good. It comes with a 6 screw level system, I think, but and that leads to my other positive point about this printer. It comes pre-leveled. Okay, I just opened the machine, set up the machine, tested the screen and do the initial things that you need to do when you get a new printer. But level, I never needed to do that. It comes pre-leveled. I just pull resin, started to print this octopus here, has the first print, and it comes beautiful, and all the other prints came beautiful, and I never needed to level, and probably I will not need to level again ever, because 6 level screws, right guys? I think for you to mess with that, you really need to want to do that, but yeah, probably I will never need to do that. Super cool. Another thing that I really like is the vat, and starting with the way that you manipulate the vat. You can use the screws here to just take the vat and lay whenever you want to lay the vat. The interesting thing is that there are 4 small feet below here, and you can put the vat on a table and do not worry about get debris or dirty or anything to damage your FEP. That's brilliant, right? and the feet also serve the purpose to guide you the vat in place when you put the vat here. It's aluminum. It has the marker for the maximum. It's not well visible, but it's here. And you have also the small recess here for pour resin out of the vat. It's a great vat. Okay, it's amazing. I really like it. Here I think the screen has a glass protecting it. I'm not sure. I think maybe Nova can comment on the video after I post it to say if there is or there isn't protection for the screen, but it seems that there is. And the nice thing about that is that it's an easy replacement system. So it's basic 4 screws here on the top, and also here on the side you just remove this cover here, and you have access to the cables here, and here on the top you just remove the screen, and that's it. Then it's super easy to change the screen. Okay, that's really neat and amazing. So another thing, and it's something that you guys already noted floating here, are the print quality. the printer is just amazing. I printed models from Loot, from Archivillian, and prints with very, very thin supports. Here you can see, and it came beautiful, and the prints are just, the print quality is just amazing. I really have no complaints about that. It's a very good printer. It prints consistently. After you define the sets and you find the settings for your resin, it prints consistently, it prints fine, it prints great. Okay. Another good thing is the UV light. The UV light is super strong. I like it. It's a good UV light. It not uses the standard parallel UV array. It uses what they call crystal light source, Nova crystal light source, and it's the version 3 of this crystal light source on this machine. And it's a proprietary thing, I think. Maybe again Nova can tell us that or confirm that, but yeah, it works great. It's a good light source with good uniformity. It cures very fast the resin. I have no problem whatsoever with the light source. One great thing that I really enjoy about that printer, and it was one of the selling points for me at least, is that Lychee slicer has support to it. So I use Lychee to all my other printers, and I've been using for some time now, and I just trust them. I like the software, and they have full support for this machine. The support for this machine is even better than the Nova Maker, which is the slicer, the original slicer for this printer. But the support of Lychee is so good that I never used the Nova Maker, which people say is a bad software, so I just stay away from it. And I will post here for you guys to see how detailed is the settings on Lychee for this printer. It's amazing. It's just amazing. You have features like variable layer heights, so you can set up different layer heights on your model. And yeah, you can have parts of the printer with 0.05, other parts with 0.03, and other parts with, I don't know, the base, for example, with 0.1, which is normally I do. So that's great. You have decreasing exposure time, which is you start the burning layers, right, with, I don't know, 25 seconds, and after 6, 7 layers, 5, 6, 7 layers, you change. It changes to normally it changes to the normal exposure time, which is normally between 2 and 2.5. When you enable this decreasing exposure time, it goes gradually from the 25 to the 2.5 or 2 seconds from the normal layer. That's good because that reduces, I think, the chance of failure. Another thing is the wait times. This is one of the best things that I like on the configuration, because normally you have to do this crazy math to understand the light off delay and wait times of the printer, right? There is even a video from another content creator that he was trying to figure out how the light off delays work. But for this printer, it's just simple. You have the options: wait before print, wait after print, and wait after lift. If you put 0.5 seconds, it will be 0.5 seconds for that the printer will wait. If it's 1 second, then whatever. It's just exactly the time that you set there, so it's great. Another thing is that there is what they call slow section, so you can have a set of configuration specific for what you call slow section. So you can say until the print reaches like 5 millimeters or 4 millimeters, the printer will behave will work with this set of speeds and things like that. So that's great. Again, increase this chance of success. And there is another thing that it's really unique, I think, from this printer in Lychee, which is extra support cure time. So if you prepare your model on Lychee and you put the supports there and you slice and print from Lychee, you can set an extra cure time only for the supports. So how that works? So let's say that you set 2.5 seconds for the normal cure time, and you set like 0.5 seconds for the support. The screen, the light will turn on. The screen will show the mask for the entire print during 2.5 seconds. After these 2.5 seconds, the screen just turn off for a few seconds. I think it's for the time that you set for the wait after print. And it turns on again, but only with the mask of the supports. Guys, that's just amazing, right? There is no... I never seen that in any other printer. So for people that needs to print very thin supports and things like that, I think that's a great thing. And not to say the entire support for the Wi-Fi connection, you can just slice and just send and print direct to the printer, and that's it. Okay. One thing they are not doing yet and they are going to do is the support to manage the files. So today you cannot manage the files directly from the Lychee slicer, but that's okay. You can just manage the files direct on the screen. We have a very big screen here to do that. But yeah, the printer that's pretty much everything I like about the printer. It's solid, it's good, well constructed, delivers very good prints and everything, but there are some things that I don't like that much, okay, and so I'm going to a point now. The first thing is the FEP, okay. There is no way for you to use a different FEP from what they provide, because it's a proprietary thing. This is a plastic frame and it comes already with the FEP installed. That's a good thing, okay, in some part, because it's what they call easy FEP change. I think Anycubic also is following the same concept, but the problem is you do not have options, right? You need to buy their FEP. If for any reason they are out of stock, you cannot find this FEP, you're screwed, right? You cannot just print until you have their FEP. I contacted them and gave the idea why they not sell the reusable metal frames, right? And we can put the FEP that we want, and they say that they are going to do that. They plan to do that, and it's on the schedule there to do that. They don't have yet, but they are going to do. So it's a negative point, but at least they are dealing with that, and I hope that's really true. Sorry, the other downside of this printer, and I hope we can get more love, is that the community it's very small, okay? That's something that sometimes make people avoid to buy it, because community is very important in this hobby, right? And in this printer, I don't know, the Facebook page has like I don't know, 200 people or something like that. Another thing that I also had, and I've contacted Dan about that, is that sometimes I have semi-cured resin here on the sides of the vat in places that I had no model in it. So what they told me is that it's because of the type of resin that we are using. The resins are too sensitive to light, and the screen is monochrome, so there are some types of resins that do not work very well with monochrome screens. I saw this type of problem on Anycubic Mono X printers also, but they have the ability for the user to control the power of the UV. Here we don't have that. If we could have that maybe we can avoid this type of problem. It's not big deal, it's not the end of the world, but it happens. And what I do is I just run the clean vat option after each print to avoid this semi-cured resin to be there. And the last thing is about the power button we have here. You need to stay with the button pressed for like, I don't know, 5 to 8 seconds for the printer to turn on. If you just press and release, it will not turn on. So you need to just stay here, wait 5 seconds, and okay, it works. Again, not the end of the world, but it could be better if it was just an instant turn on. Yeah, so that's it. I recommend this printer. It's not a super expensive printer, and for the price, I believe there's no better thing out there. But yeah, it's an amazing printer. Hope it can get more love from the community, and I believe it's above the standard of the other printers on the same price range of $300, and for this price it's really an amazing printer. I will keep it for as long as I can because it's really good. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the review. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please consider to subscribe and like, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye.